Green.
All right, and it looks like we're actually getting into picks and bans of Game 1 between CA4W and Phoenix. So this is your favorite part. What do you think we're going to get some bans? What are we getting first?
All right, well, I'm expecting to see some Kaisa or
Yeah,
Zaya bans.
I knew. I was like, she has to say Kaiser Zaya because it's happened every single game.
Absolutely.
If either of them are up, they're more than likely going to be a first pick. They are like just top contending champions, and we get the Rengar ban for looks like Phoenix. We're turning really fast with the Yasuo too, because I know that I believe it was Link, whoever played it, or Ronan that played the Yasuo, and Yasuo is very strong.
Yeah, definitely taking away the Rengar is a good call. We do not want a repeat of yesterday's game.
Yeah, and like I think there were some other Rengar players in the tournament yesterday, but I would say Fusion's Rengar was definitely the strongest.
And there goes the Syndra as well. So sounds like, and there's the Zaya.
All right. And Syndra's good. Syndra is strong, both bot lane. We saw her in the bot lane, I believe, yesterday, and we also saw her in the mid lane. And I believe they're taking that away from Sim because Sim actually played Syndra in one of the games, and it was like when that Zac game, and he handled that Zac dive so well. He almost got a kill without at 1%. It was so impressive. Oh.
GP. So basically all the characters that we saw being really strong yesterday are being banned out today, which definitely is good. It means the teams were paying attention and, took notes, and they're here with their little notebooks maybe.
Yep, and I think we might get a Kaisa first pick from Link. And
that's right.
Yep, it was something that Link was playing, or I believe it was Link was the bottom laner, but Link was playing very well. His Kaisa, he went 10-0 yesterday. His positioning is phenomenal. This is someone that really understands okay, I know where I need to be at, and just his ultimates, his I forget the name of it, but when he dashes in with a shield, he places so well when he's either dodging or choosing to engage, and it's just phenomenal stuff. I can't believe they left the Kaisa open, but I understand.
I am actually also surprised that they left it open, especially since they chose to ban Zaya and just leave Kaisa open. It almost felt like it was a waste of a ban. Why ban Zaya if you're leaving Kaisa?
Yeah.
Just use it for something else.
Yeah. I mean, both of them are really strong, but I do...
don't
hover this Teemo pick. That's troll. This is actually happening. If we got a Teemo, I would be so excited.
I would
Teemo,
be so excited.
That would be so fun. But I do want to comment on, we got the Nautilus and the Jarvan for the side of CA4W. So, like I was saying yesterday, Shaman, I think, decided that, okay, I can't just play these support, roots, or these kind of supports that aren't really going in. So he played an Alistar yesterday. Now he's playing Nautilus, and I think this is a really good pick, especially with the Jarvan. That's already a front line that they're developing.
Absolutely. That is definitely great synergy there. Now, we have Braum here on the other side, and that's interesting because I don't believe we actually saw a Braum yesterday, at least in the games that you and I casted. And he's definitely a solid pick, but different from what we've been seeing. I'm trying to think, why do you think they would pick that instead of something maybe like a Thresh or a Pike?
So I think it's it's part of the reason is so you don't know what backline that CA4W is trying to develop right now, and it actually really helps against Kayle. Kayle, I mean, this was picked before Kayle, so I mean, this could be a misplay on the side of CA4W picking the Kayle, but I mean, Kayle is strong regardless. I think it's just to give Kaisa more protection. I think they realize that Link is our carry. Ronan is very consistent. Thumpy is very consistent. Baby Borgaby is very consistent, but Link he has been popping off when he has been playing AD. So I think it's something that they're okay, it's just more protection because of all that denial with Braum's E with the shield.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that definitely makes sense. Now, the Neeko ban, that I think is a little strange.
That was because yesterday they played
was that
Neeko.
A game I didn't see? Okay.
So in losers final they played against ECPI, and I thought the Neeko Neeko pick was very bad. I did not agree with it because I didn't think it would be that good. I haven't really seen Neeko's kind of pop off. Sim's Neeko was so good. He played it so well, so they were just sitting here thinking okay, this Kayle's going top lane more than likely, so let's just not give him that pick. So we saw the Jax, Darius, and then the Caitlyn bans follow up. Long Black Cat did play Jhin yesterday too, and his Jhin was so good. And it's kind of like the CC layering with Nautilus. After Nautilus uses his Q, gets the root, Jhin follows up with his own W, gets another root. So I'm really liking the way that CA4W is drafting right now. And we are getting the return Orianna pick for CLT Ronan. His Orianna was very good yesterday as well.
That's right. I do like the Caitlyn ban though, even though, like you said, Black Cat was good on Jhin, they still managed to push him off onto essentially not a premier ADC at this point because, as we talked about it yesterday, Kai'Sa and Xayah are the top tier ADCs, and Red Team here, they actually shot themselves in the foot again, like in terms of banning that Xayah. And then Caitlyn is sort of not top tier, but she's the next best thing if you can't have Xayah or Kai'Sa. So that was a great ban. So pushing him onto Jhin, yes, he's good at him, but it's not a top tier ADC that can pop off as well as a Kai'Sa.
So I do want to comment too. So we did get the Ahri pick for Sim. I find that a little strange. I haven't seen Sim. I haven't really seen Ahri do that well, but Sim is a phenomenal mid laner. So I'm really excited for this Ahri versus Orianna. I believe it was, I believe it was Phoenix that played the Conqueror Orianna versus another Ahri yesterday, but we haven't had that matchup between Ronan and Sim yet. So I think Sim will do a lot better. But I also want to comment on how we got the Shen. So what baby boy Gaby has been doing with Shen is basically he's just been there as security for the Orianna and for the Kai'Sa, or even like whenever Rek'Sai is going in. So there is a lot of engage for the side of, or not a lot of engage, but I would say like decent engage for the side of Phoenix, and just follow up to protect with Orianna shields, Braum being able to dash with his W, block with his shield, and then you've got Shen taunt along with Shen ultimate. But
absolutely, definitely, it's like definitely like a protect the Kai'Sa kind of composition here on the side of Phoenix, which is smart, and you have Braum who's going to be the pure tank, but the other ones, like you said, the Orianna shield, she still puts out a lot of damage, but does have the shield, so they went for this protect comp, but yet picked champions that aren't sort of pure shields, right? They're capable of delivering a good amount of damage by themselves. Like the Rek'Sai as well.
Of course. So, and I think the scary thing though is Kayle. I think Kayle versus Shen early, that's something that Shen does do really well with, because he can deny her from getting any sort of klepto stacks with his, I believe it's his W. Yeah, it's his W. So that way he can deny her because it'll make everything miss. So that's a really good pick into Kayle early. However, if they don't shut down Elvan on Kayle, Kayle is someone that I think no matter what level of play you're in, if she starts scaling in, she can be very scary. And I also want to say, if Fusion plays Jarvan like an assassin, like he's been playing all these ADs, Jarvan can do a lot of damage. And following up with a Kayle ultimate is just so much damage for Phoenix to try and handle. And then you've got the Ahri too, which is going to be dashing around, throwing charms, throwing out her Orb of Deception. There's a lot of all-in from the side of CA4W. So I am loving both these drafts right now. I'm very impressed with how, in terms you see how the drafts are adapting and they get better and better.
I'm curious to see who will get to set the pace of the game and the style of the game, because while I also like both of the comps, they are very different. Where you have the Protect the Kai'Sa comp over here, I think they will want to play a little bit of a slower game, get more farm in the beginning and really make sure that they get the items and scale up a little before they pick those team fights. Where on the side of CA4W, their whole comp is poke and engage. So I think they are going to want to do early aggressive plays. So I'm wondering who is going to win out in terms of how the game actually will be played.
So the way I'm looking at it right now, just my prediction with this is I really like the side of CA4W's comp, but I think with the way that Link has been playing on Kai'Sa and with the way that I've seen Ronan play on Orianna, and just everyone's map awareness and the global ults from Shen, I really think that Phoenix is going to take this game, purely because I think Link is just going to hard carry. He's going to get so many shields. He has so many things protecting him, and I just I don't know if CA4W will be able to get to be able to stick on Kai'Sa if he plays this correctly.
That's right. Yeah. I personally, for me, I think it's a tough call. I agree, definitely Link on Kai'Sa has been great and has a possibility, but like you were pointing out, there's so much damage on the side of CA4W between the Kayle and the J4, and then with the engages from the Ahri Charm and the Nautilus hook. I just don't know. Yeah. But I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really good game. So we're going to be able to see, on our side at least, what the runes are and what skins we're going to be getting. I'm really excited to get into game one and see just maybe we'll see some sort of cheeky rune that I haven't seen before on any of these champions. Maybe Kayle will run something really weird. I don't know. Maybe Ahri will run Conqueror. You don't know. So.
All right, but now we get to see it.
All right, so we see Ahri going with pretty standard Glacial Augment. We got the Jarvan with the Conqueror, actually. I thought he might have gone maybe a little bit burstier with Electrocute, but Conqueror allows him to stay in fights a little bit longer. So Kai'Sa is pretty standard. Braum's pretty standard. You've got press the attack. You got the Guardian for the Braum. Orianna actually has Aerie, which that's a little bit more standard from Ronan than what I've seen before. So it looks like everyone is going pretty standard runes for the most part. I mean, even the Jhin, like Long Black Cat, also played Fleet Footwork on him yesterday, so that he basically rushed Swifties, he rushed the IE, so that way he could just run in, pop him with it, one auto attack, and then just run away. It was pretty good.
Yeah, so you can see that the teams are really taking this seriously in terms of like picking somewhat, like you were saying, standard runes. They're saying, all right, we got to play this methodically. This is not a meme game. We can't just, you know, pick whatever, and we really got to focus up and play on the optimal settings.
All right, so we're getting into game one now. I don't know. I haven't seen any pings as to where everyone's going, but it looks like Phoenix's side is sticking in this tri-bush on their bottom side, maybe seeing if there's going to be any early fight. But I will say Nautilus is pretty scared. They are pivoting pretty well. If this Jhin stays here, he might die. We did get the slow onto the Jhin. If there's any flashes, he might actually die here. All right, so we get a flash from the Rek'Sai side for the Jin's flash. I think that was very scary because the Hail of Blades would have gotten those last 3 autos so fast. And if Jhin got stunned, he was dead.
That was a great play, opening play by Phoenix.
Yeah, I think a little disrespectful from the side of CA4W on Long Black Cat, and just sitting in the river and not really paying attention and not dropping a ward. I think that, and just you could see CA4W's positioning was like they're all trying to just guard their entrances.
That's right.
And Phoenix was like taking this very seriously. They're like, no, we're going in. We're going to get something out of here because this is worth. And I would not be surprised if we saw a gank from the Rek'Sai early on the bot lane against that Jhin, because Jhin is so immobile regardless, or without his flash.
And you can see something that they did yesterday as well in terms of their vision. You can see those 2 wards on either side of CA4W's blue buff. So they warded so that they can see actually not only when J4 gets there, but also where he goes once he takes his blue. So that's something that we saw yesterday, and that worked really effectively for them. Yeah,
so there's going to be a lot of information. Jarvan looks like he is running straight forward. Oh, and he is crossing a ward, so now CLT Ronan knows that Jarvan is either going to come for a gank or is going for the bot lane. So I think also Steambound Buns and Link as well can just be very considerate, like, okay, we can't really do that much. We can't push too far. And Jarvan's actually going for the red steal.
Now, Phoenix, somebody on the side of Phoenix pinged that they were also going to go, you know, try to, I guess, stop J4, and no one ended up moving down that way. Now you can see J4 skirting around. He is flanking and is, okay, he tried to sit in this tri-bush, but then decided he doesn't want to wait for anything because, you know, it's just the beginning of the game, and he doesn't want to lose you know, any of the buffs, actually, because he actually hasn't even taken his blue yet, and he was probably afraid that Rek'Sai was going for it.
Yeah, well, I think this was really smart from Fusion. Like, he decided, I'm going to go to my red, I'm going to go take Rek'Sai's red. I know Rek'Sai does not have flash, so if Rek'Sai decides to fight me here, she will die, and I think Thumpy was very well aware of it. Now, Thumpy right now is over by C4W's Krugs. He did take the Raptors as well, so good job on Thumpy. He's getting very low. I didn't know if he was going to die there, just watching his health on the side, but good job on Fusion just putting that pressure and being aware that, you know, there wasn't really much that, you know, Thumpy could do. Now, this fight top lane.
Yeah, Shen's taking quite a beating.
He took a lot of damage there, and that's with only 1 potion being used by the Kayle. And this is a Shen with no potions left and just a Doran shield. I honestly thought that trade might go a little bit better. We might see a gank. You see Fusion in the bot lane right now. Maybe just waiting for a gank from Rek'Sai, but looks like Rek'Sai is positioning for top. Oh, we do get the taunt onto the Kayle. Kayle does flash away. She knows that Rek'Sai can't follow the flash, so good job on Elvon just being safe right there. Oh, wow. So that was really interesting there. Like, the Braum jumped in trying to get something, and as soon as he jumped, Chaemin was like, nope, hooked him. Was like, I'm not letting you have this.
Yeah, but they're just 2 tanks, and Braum was like, all right, fine, I'll just walk away. Now you can see J4 flanking here in the mid lane.
Orianna might. Oh, Ori actually gets the little step back. Good job on Renan. We actually saw the flash charm from Sim onto Ori, and Ori's going to go down here from the Ignite. Good job, First Blood from Sim. That was really impressive. So that was, I love that because that's a really common tactic of like good Ahri players is what you do is you use your E and then you flash, and during the cast time it's still casting.
And it also hides it, so the opponent can't actually see your ability being thrown out. So I've absolutely seen that as well. Obviously, you can't use it very often because your flash is up only so often. Definitely not as often as your charm. But she landed both her Q and her charm, and just followed up with that ignite to secure the kill.
Yeah, that was impressive. I'm really glad Sim did that. Sim is hopefully gonna turn me into a bigger fan of Kayle today. I haven't really been a big fan of Kayle in like competitive play, but we're getting another scrap top, Elevon versus Baby Boy, and Baby Boy is actually taking it from Elevon. This is not something you want to see right now because Elevon does have 2 long swords, so this trading with auto attacks is going to be a lot more efficient. We do see the Jarvan in the bot lane along with Rek'Sai being near the bot lane. I don't think Baby Boy will die here. I think he will respect, hopefully, Elevon's Kayle enough. So getting a quick replay too, you see that she gets the last auto attack with the ignite and takes down the Orianna. Very, very beautiful play.
In the meantime, Shen was actually taken so low in the top lane.
Oh wait, we are getting a fight bot lane. We did get the knockup onto the Braum into the root from the Jhin, and this is a 3v3 right now. Braum is definitely going to go down here and a trade for the Jarvan. Kai'Sa is doing so much damage and hasn't been touched at all. I don't know if that was worth for CA4W giving that kill over to Kai'Sa.
Yeah, J4 looks like he's been sitting in that bush for a while, so maybe they were just sort of itching to make something happen. But, at the end it was a trade, but like you said, the kill went over to Kai'Sa, which is not ideal for CA4W.
Yeah, so Nautilus got that kill too, and Shaman can do a lot as Nautilus, but the thing is when you deny that,
But here comes Rek'Sai.
Well, Rek'Sai does have her flash up again, gets the knockup onto Shaman. There is a flash from Kai'Sa, gets the last auto attack on him for the press the attack, and that is so good for Phoenix.
That was clean. That was so well executed.
I don't know what Shaman thought there. He barely had any mana. He was less than 50%. He still saw the Rek'Sai there. It was just very greedy.
And in the meantime, I know you were saying that in the early game, Shen actually would have a pretty good chance against Kayle in terms of denying the farm and things like that. But they are saying even in the farm, and Shen is taking a beating, so that's not a good sign because if he had a chance in the beginning of the game, after she hit 6, I don't think he has a chance.
Yeah, I really thought, honestly, maybe I'm just bad with Kayle. That's probably it. But as far as the games I've seen other people play against Kayle and my own experiences, Shen can do a lot of damage. But I think, honestly, Elevon, very good player. He probably just played this very safe, and the trades were just so worthwhile with a corrupting potion.
Now you can see J4 is.
Oh wait, we're getting a fight into mid. Sim got the charm and landed the ultimate. He's going to get the last ultimate and just kill Ronin, no problem. Wow.
I like how Sim really held on to his ultimate. He landed all of the other abilities and the ignite and just took a beat to see how low Orianna was going to get, and then used the ultimate to really time it well and make sure that he had enough distance and enough damage to actually take her down.
Yeah, and I like how Sim is using this aggression really well. He knew that Ronin didn't have his flash because the last time that they actually ganked him. So he really just got a very clean Ahri combo. Ults in, lands the charm, lands the orb of deception, has the Foxfire on him, and it's just you see him weaving his auto attacks in between each ultimate cast, and he's just putting out the maximum amount of damage. And the thing is now this is getting very scary for I think Ronin, because Ahri's up 10 CS but also 2 kills with that first blood. When she gets this GOP, it makes it so hard for I think Ronin, Thumpy, Baby Boy to actually try and stick on them because of you got the GOP slow, and you've got the, I'm assuming he'll go the Ghost build. I can't remember the item's called. I always forget the item. Twin
That's
Shadows.
Right. Yeah, it looks like on the side of Phoenix, they're definitely hanging their hat on Kai'Sa doing well, because right now, she is the only one doing well. So I think that's why Rek'Sai is down here again. They're really putting a lot of resources into making sure this bot lane does well.
And I do want to comment too, so I really like that Link got the double pickaxe, which means he got the second, the evolution of his Q, which means Q will now be sending double missiles, and that damage is just so insane. We might see a gank here from in the mid lane. Does get the charm onto Rek'Sai, and we are getting an ult too. I don't think she will get out of here, and she doesn't have her ultimate. Good job from Phoenix recognizing she can't ult out of here. Let's just kill her right now.
Yeah, that was a good knock-up to start the fight by Rek'Sai, and definitely a really good use of Shen's ultimate there as well.
Yeah, and there just wasn't anything. She got the charm. She tried her best, but there was just no way. If she would have maybe gotten the charm half a second sooner, gotten the speed buff from speed buff from her passive, then maybe she would have gotten out. But really well played from Thumpy. Yeah,
she unfortunately she landed the charm at the same time as she was knocked up, and that sort of
Yeah, so we get the replay here. So it is just a clean. Thumpy gets that knock up. The Shockwave follows up in Orianna, no problem. And I think she did, oh yeah, she did flash there, but she wasn't able to get away. It was just too much. Right. I will say, though, she does have the GLP now. While there was a recovery and got a kill over to Rek'Sai, the GLP will help even more with that just because of that slow.
And you can see J4 moving to the mid lane. And also, I think while we were watching the replay, he took Dragon because CA4W does have that first Dragon of the game, and it's a Cloud Drake.
Yeah, and Cloud Drake on Jarvan I think is pretty scary. Well, like, you know, it's scary on a lot of teams, but like Jarvan, you know, with this full, like, kind of hard to gauge from Jarvan and Nautilus, if there is one misplay from Phoenix, you know, they can really, C4W can capitalize on it.
Now, Ahri looks like she might be roaming bot.
Yeah, I mean, we do know that...
and Ariana's pinging it, so hopefully the bot lane is aware that she's coming, but here she is flanking here from the side.
Oh, we did get the charm with the GLP onto the Braum. Braum is going to go down here. He is ignited, and you see the Ahri ult in. I don't know if she actually wants to fight this. Gets the depth charge onto Kai'Sa, misses the charm, and we see we got the ultimate from Jhin, and oh my gosh, she's trying her best, but I don't think Kai'Sa can deal with this onslaught of damage. She gets the return. Oh, wait, no. Braum got the return kill. That is so unfortunate.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was worth it for Kai'Sa. She was pretty. She could have just walked away, you know, because Ahri just used everything that she had. There was no need to go in on the Ahri. I think.
Wait a minute. Sim actually missed like everything right there. He missed the GLP. He missed the charm. He did a lot of damage versus Thumpy, but that was just very unfortunate for him getting caught out by Orianna and Rek'Sai. All right, we're going to see the replay here. So, like, yeah, she lands the charm and the GLP onto the Braum, and Braum just takes so much damage. There's no way he's going to live here.
But take a look at it. So Kai'Sa is full health.
Yeah.
Well, now she's half health.
And
but
she
she's
got
checking
taken so
potions,
low.
and Ahri misses the charm, and Jhin is missing all of the ult. So she really did not need to go in on that and kind of suicide there.
Yeah, I think it was really weird to see, like, after the charm was missed. Yeah, like why ultimate or why use your ultimate there when you can just chill back and don't have to give up that kill. She does have the Muramana now, but I think giving extra kills over to Ahri or Jhin is just kind of scary right now. And I want to say that this Kayle, she's taking a lot of damage from this Shen here, but she should be fine in this fight because she still does have her ultimate. Once she gets that Gunblade, these exchanges are not going to go that well because she's going to have a decent amount of sustain. I don't know if we're actually getting a fight here because Rek'Sai is coming down. We do get the stun onto Chainman. Chainman just stepped up way too far. Kai'Sa gets this kill. Shen is ulting down, and they could threaten a dive so easily on Jhin right now because he has his flash, but he's just still immobile without it.
Nautilus used his hook defensively, but it just wasn't enough to pull him to safety, and he was taken down.
So this is actually something that happened
Phoenix is going to try
yesterday.
for the first tower here.
Yeah, so we are getting
but in the top lane, J4 pops the Rift Herald.
Yeah, we're getting a return fight too. Sim is fighting Ronin again, and Ronin is very slow. I don't think Sim is going to be able to get a kill here, but he is getting very low. We're going to see, wait a minute, and he just ults back in and gets so much damage onto Ronin.
That was so much damage. I didn't think that would be enough, but it was.
Yeah, and I don't know if anyone got first turret.
Yes, in the top lane, Kayle got the first turret because she was up there with J4 and the Rift Herald. The Rift Herald you can actually see on the minimap is still up there, just pushing along by herself.
Yeah, very good job from Phoenix, or for CA4W getting that first turret.
Yeah, they're definitely doing a great job staying on top of objectives. They took the first dragon, they took the Rift Herald, they took the first tower. So they're definitely playing, I think, a better game in terms of like their methodology. Like we were saying yesterday, you know, getting the most kills doesn't always win you the game, but getting the most towers wins you the game because ultimately, you know, that's what it takes to get to the Nexus.
Yeah, and so that's something that, like, they got the kill, the Gunblade, and the Berserker's Boots. Like, she is a very strong threat right now. She can match the Kai'Sa very well.
So let's take a look at the vision on the map. While people are just mostly farming, nothing too exciting happening at the moment. You can see that CA4W has so many wards down, and including deep wards. You can see they have a ward on blue side red buff. But it's all over. That's what I like. They have a lot of information about the entire map rather than focusing on a specific chunk, like maybe just the top side.
Definitely, and all right, so like looking at the wards too, so you see like all these wards on the bot side from CA4W, like you've got the pink and that bush right by their blue side. There also is a ward. Wait, are we actually gonna get a catch out from Sim here? Sim, could be a huge misplay. Gets the ult and the flash very fast. Jarvan is going on to the Kai'Sa. There is the death charge as well. Kai'Sa is taken so low, and Jamin finishes no problem. You get the shockwave from the Orianna, but I just don't think. I don't know. What
I don't think anyone. I don't think anyone even got an assist on that kill on Kai'Sa. I think that was a solo kill by the Nautilus because he landed his ultimate and then just finished her off with the hook. It was insane.
But you did see that the Jhin actually was landing all of his ultimate onto Kai'Sa. Like,
oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay, so he didn't get the assist.
Yeah. Wait, and actually we're going to get a kill onto the Orianna here. Like, Elbon just has to sit on Orianna. Gets the E execute. Nautilus does go down, but I don't know. Baby Boy's by himself right now. He's taking so much damage from this Kayle. Kayle is probably going to get a triple here. There is the charm onto the Rek'Sai. She just keeps getting auto after auto. There is the ultimate from the Rek'Sai, and look how much damage. She might get a pentakill. Oh, there's a charm onto the Braum. Jarvan might go back in, but she's too low. She doesn't have her ultimate. Kayle needs to get out. I think take what you got here. That was, wow, that was phenomenally played.
That was really well played on the side of CA4W. And on the side of Phoenix, I'm not sure why they chose to engage in the manner that they did, because it seems like they were just running in one at a time and getting killed.
Yeah, no, that is exactly right.
So
see, like, yeah.
He flashed, but that was not enough.
Wait, I don't. And there was after we get, or you do see in the bottom right too. It looks like Braum was taken down by Sim, and Sim was just able to just get away. This is not the game that I was expecting. I mean, like, I did call that Phoenix would win, but CA4W is just, they just have such good picks right now with like the charms, the knockout from the Jarvan, and then just the Nautilus engage. Like, this is going out so well. I mean, this is the replay from that last game. You see how she ult, like, she's going to ult flash right after this because she was like, I can't take any more damage.
But there's the ult from Nautilus, and then he finishes her off with that hook.
Yeah, I think it would have been great if Jhin would have finished with that ultimate, but good job on Shaman just being there to clean up for Long Black Cat.
Yeah, absolutely. I have to say, I don't know if we saw a replay of the fight under the tower, but I think for me that was sort of the play of the game. Braum coming in at the last moment, just jumping and putting up the shield and saving the Kai'Sa from the Ahri. I think that was so well executed. It was just sort of textbook support play, and that was really great to see.
Yeah, so I think right here, though, as we get in, hopefully Kayle can get this. All right, we do get the smite from Thumpy. There is an ultimate from Shen, and we do know that, like, Kayle doesn't have her ultimate right now. She's doing a lot of damage, flashes out, but she gets taken down by Rek'Sai. Jhin is following up, and Shaman is trying to get in here right now, trying to take down this Rek'Sai, but I don't think Shaman needs to be here. Braum's just going to peel this Jhin out of the fight. And I don't know, this might be a miscommunication, because there are 5 people grouped up for Phoenix, and Ahri is bot lane right now. Like, I don't know what was going on there. They're just like, oh, we can handle this fight, or, you know, maybe they just got greedy.
Yeah, I mean, it did work out for them. The, you know, J4 went down, unfortunately, but you know, Phoenix wasn't able to take anything really big out of it. In the meantime, Ahri got a.
Whoa, onto the Kai'Sa. The Ahri does miss it. She does have a lot of damage. She's not gonna finish this off right now. Wait a minute. And Ahri got the return kill with the Q. That was a little sloppy, I think, from both sides there.
A little bit, but you can see how much Ahri got done. You know, she solo pushed that lane for a bit. She got a kill. She did go down, but I think that was worth for her.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. So, oh god, this is so scary right now because Ahri, like, you know, Ahri's getting a lot of these kills and she is like dying, but she's getting so strong. Like, she's finishing up the Zhonya's next. And then she's also, like, she's got the Twin Shadows. We're seeing the fight right now on the top left between that Kayle. Like, she gets knocked up from Rek'Sai, flashes out, but there just isn't enough damage after the Rek'Sai ultimate. And it was just like, I can't see the bottom part of the mini-map, but Ahri was in the bot side. If Ahri would have been there, the fight would have been a lot different, but it was just, I don't know, kind of just miscalculation. But still, Ahri's very strong. Everyone on CA4W is still very strong.
We're 18 minutes into the game, so definitely this is going to be longer than the 18-minute game yesterday. And right now, the goal difference is about 4,000 between the two teams. I would say that CA4W is in a better position because, I mean, obviously they're. Oh,
yeah,
here we go.
We're gonna get catches on a Shaman. This is something I see a lot with Nautilus. Nautilus is now, like, he's stuck with the Jarvan to, like, kind of get him to ward or, like, get him to, like, get this jungle camp. But he was so far up with only Mobies that, like, anytime he gets caught with anything, he's just gonna die.
I agree. I agree. And what I was saying before the fight is that I think CA4W is in a better position because they're paying attention to the objectives. They're making sure all the lanes are pushed. They're focusing on the towers. They're focusing on the vision. Take a look at all those wards on the map. So I think the fact they're focusing on the objectives so much is what's actually winning them the game here.
Yep. Yep. So I know we got the position for the dragon right now. I can't tell what dragon it is. But it looks like Phoenix is just going to try and maybe clear wards, but there is a pink inside of the Dragon Pit right now, so that's something that they have to do. No, wait a minute, we get a knockup from the Rek'Sai and, oh my god, the return ultimate. Oh, there's just so much going on right now. Kai'Sa almost dies, and that was such a good engage from Phoenix, but I don't know if they're actually going to be able to finish them. Sim is still so strong, and they get the flash from the Sim, but Shen is just living, and oh my, that looks so much better than it actually turned out for Phoenix. They got the triple knockdown. Wait a minute. Thumpy kills Chaemin and gets out, no problem. There just isn't enough damage from the Jarvan. That was looks like a 4 for 3.
Oh, but looks like Ahri is chasing. She really wants that Rek'Sai.
Yeah,
oh, okay, she gives up.
Yeah, she's probably just going to zone him out. But, like, okay, let's watch this game. We see the Rek'Sai goes in, gets the knockup on 2 people. Then we get the ultimate from the Orianna, but the thing is, Kayle was able to ult and kind of be like, fine, no problem. I mean, she gets a lot of damage, and even then, Ahri is positioning outside this fight and just doing a really good job healing for her team. She has to flash out of here after the Rek'Sai gets the knockup on her, but, you know, she's still fine. And Thumpy is just so strong.
Yeah, that engage definitely looked really good on the side of Phoenix with Rek'Sai and Braum ulting almost simultaneously. That looked great, but unfortunately because of their positioning, they didn't really come out on top in that fight.
Yeah, and there is kind of like a lack of damage besides, I think, Ronin and Link. So they did get a lot of damage from the Orianna Shockwave. But then Link kind of he took a lot of damage from Kayle, and he couldn't really do anything at the end of that fight because Ahri's still a threat being able to dash around. And Ahri does have the finished Zhonya's right now. Oh, and here we see Chaemin is caught out again. This is not... we get the charm onto the Braum, but I don't think much else is going to happen because of that shield.
I like the Braum now. I like that Braum pick because when they locked it in, I was like, I think you could do something else. But
yep.
I totally see it here, and I definitely think it was good for this team comp.
Yeah, it's still like it's just the ability to block so many things coming at them. If they can block Kayle damage and Kayle, Jhin, and Ahri like particles just coming at them, then you know the Braum is an amazing pick. And if Kai'Sa can just like do a lot of damage, just sit in the back line, then she'll be fine. You see too that so Jarvan decided to go tank instead of like Fusion's normal assassin, which is a little interesting. I thought we might have gotten engaged there, but Jarvan isn't putting out that much damage besides like, you know, the burn from his Cinder Hulk and also the true damage from the Conqueror. And also like the red smite damage onto whoever he's targeting.
So it looks like they're trying to set up a vision around the Baron Pit. Both teams are. In the meantime, both top laners are actually pushing the bot lane. They do have the TPs available, both of them, so they can be further away from the Baron Pit and then just join their teams if anything happens.
And I like the positioning here. So, I mean, so CA4W, like you said, you know, the objective control is like looking really good for them. They still do, they have a slight gold advantage and then the double Cloud Drake. So I think they could try and sneak a Baron right here. Phoenix has no vision of this right now. Besides, like, we can see that they have the crab, but if they're inside in the back of it, then Phoenix
that was so well played that they cleared out all division and then went back to the Baron Pit and used the plan to actually jump into the back so that the Scuttle cannot see them.
But we are seeing, like, they haven't finished the Baron yet. We do get the Shockwave on 2 members. Rek'Sai is going onto the Jhin, no problem. Ahri is trying to be on the backside, but like it looks like right now Phoenix isn't being taken down. There is a lot of damage to Kayle. Kayle flash ults in, gets 2 people, but it's just not enough right now. Kai'Sa has been taken down, and Ahri is very strong. I think she should be able to get out of here as long as she keeps positioning this well. She is though, so wow, that could have been so much better for Phoenix. Rek'Sai is going for the cutoff.
She is flanking. Let's see if she gets a knock up on this Ahri.
This is nervous. Oh, she gets the Zhonya's. I don't think it's going to be enough.
she's dead now, yeah.
Ronin is still very... Oh, wait! She gets the return kill onto Ronin. You didn't need to do that. All you had to do was let Shen and Rek'Sai walk up. She was all she had to do... She only had enough mana for one thing. You're the lowest person on the team. Just sit back.
Just let it go. What a great play by Ahri. First, she takes down the Kai'Sa. Kai'Sa was actually putting out great amounts of damage. You can see she gets a double kill before she is taken down by Ahri.
Yeah, and you see her on the back line. It looks like she's just trying to get or in the middle of it, she tried to get as much damage as possible. Gets the charm, though, from the Ahri. So good job on Sim being able to take care of that. And you see, so in the beginning of that fight too, Kale did so much damage. Like, she was able to ward them off. If they would have finished that Baron, I think that fight could have been a lot different. But the shockwave and knockup from Rek'Sai being in the backline against Jhin was just too much for CA4W to handle. But so pretty even. Chaemin's getting caught out again. This is the third time this game. I don't know.
He's just trying to ward. That's the life of the support, you know, because CA4W was actually pinging Baron, so it looked like they maybe wanted to return and actually try to take it this time. So, you know, Chaemin was there to set up the vision, and unfortunately got caught out, as you said.
And so it looks like Phoenix is starting the Baron right now. I don't know if Phoenix just wants to sit on it, but Jhin is immobile. He's just sitting there. Doesn't have his ultimate anymore. There is a lot of damage going onto the Rek'Sai right now. Ultimate onto Jarvan. Gets so much. Takes down the jungler, no problem. Jarvan's hopping to the backline. Rek'Sai uses her ultimate, but you see right now there's the shockwave onto the Ahri, but the Ahri is still pretty healthy right now. Throws up the GLP, and right now Jhin is taking no damage. Takes out the fourth person. Look at Jhin. He is just... Oh, that positioning was so impeccable from both Jhin and Sim. They were just sitting on the back line, and that was, I think, really misplayed from Phoenix. Oh.
And also, yes, that was that was a tense moment. But also in that fight, it's important to remember that it was actually 5v4. Phoenix had all 5 people, while CA4W only had 4 because Chaemin was down at the moment.
Yeah, so the jungler goes down here. We see Sim running in, and Jarvan just separates all of them. You see the Kale is just getting all these auto attacks. The shockwave was very good, but you still have another carry, Jhin, just sitting on the outside. Kai'Sa comes in, but she takes so much damage from one auto, one Q from the Ahri, and just gets obliterated. The positioning from Link is not where it needs to be right now, but if we look back at the main runner right now, it looks like C4W actually took the Baron with no jungler. They took it with the Nautilus, Ahri, and the Jhin.
So CA4W is just cleaning up. They're taking everything on the map, and you can see Phoenix is keeping up in kills. They're doing a good job with that, but they haven't taken you know, a single Dragon, Baron, you know, Rift Herald, like any of the big creatures, if you will, on the Rift, and they still are at a deficit in terms of towers. So I think they really need to stop looking for fights, stop looking for these flashy engages that do look good, but you know, ultimately don't pan out for them, and really just focus on keeping the lanes pushed and getting some objectives on the map.
Yeah, I definitely agree, but I think right now it'll be a little hard for them to push up anything right now, just because of how much threat is from this Ahri. This Ahri is just going to keep people zoned out. She did use Speaker Ghost, and the Jarvan does ult onto the Kai'Sa. Kai'Sa does have to ult out. There's a shockwave under 3 people. Jhin isn't really in this fight right now, and it looks like this might be a clean ace. The Kale died, didn't use her ultimate, Ahri died. It was just really poorly played from CA4W. And I definitely need to see a replay on that because it happened so fast, but good job on Ronan being able to just ult everyone.
Yeah, that was a great play by Phoenix, especially considering that CA4W had the Baron buff on them. That's, you know, always a tough fight to take. But what I liked about Phoenix is that they weren't trying to be aggressive. They were making sure to stay under the tower or behind their own tower and really use that to their advantage.
Yeah, definitely. And all I know is that I think as scary as they were, that was a pretty big misplay, and it allows for, like, now just C4W has to be considerate of Ronan. He is doing so much. All right, so getting this replay Ronan, you see the Jarvan goes in for the Kai'Sa trying to separate out, but you see how clumped up all the carries are for C4W. It's so easy for Orianna just to use an ultimate. They want to kill this Kai'Sa so bad, and even though Orianna is 2-7, Orianna is still a huge threat, and they can't run in like that.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Orianna can be behind in terms of the damage that she's putting out, but her ultimate will never not be relevant because it is a great amount of CC, and it can turn a team fight in a moment, just like we saw.
So Jhin still does have Baron right now. I think they will be able to take this inhibitor if they don't play like you just did. Let Kale get these autos. Just chill back. Already ulted. They're gonna get the last cannon ult onto the inhibitor. Wait, is it gonna be taken down? No. Wow, it lived
what
with
a
a
great
sliver.
Protection by Phoenix.
I mean, it could be like they know they have to go in. They cannot let them in. And then Jhin gets the extended range from the rapid fire cannon. Good job on both teams. Like, Phoenix tried to protect that very well, but the Baron minions are just too much pressure. So now they're going to have super minions running down.
So it looks like CA4W is going to rotate top. That's always a good play. You know, once you take an inhibitor somewhere, it's a good opportunity to rotate and take an inhibitor somewhere else. You know, so often I see teams just like keep going down the same lane where they always.
Oh wait, we are getting a fight.
Oh, fight.
The Ahri flashes out instantly. Rek'Sai is being taken out, no problem. There is the ultimate onto the Jarvan in the middle. Rek'Sai or Kai'Sa just sitting in the back, and this is Oh, relatively even, but Kaisa had already used her ultimate. She can't do anything else more in this fight right now, and Sim is still the threat. Jarvan goes in onto Ronin, but it's going to be taken down by this Kaisa. Kaisa can take this Ahri down, no problem. She gets, wait a minute, she got the stopwatch. She's going to try, throws the GLP and takes out the Kaisa. Kaisa gets a return kill, but Jin is in the back. Healthy, going to take this inhibitor turret down, no problem. Wait, do you think they're going to end this?
They might, because Phoenix only has Braum, and you know he can block things, but he can't really clear these minion waves.
You see, they're splitting the focus on the turrets right now, and Braum is trying to kill him, or kill Chaemon's Nautilus. If they can get this down, they see Rek'Sai is coming up, Shen is coming up. I think they're gonna decide to take this. They're gonna
it looks like they're gonna back away, and I think that's smart because you know they saw that they were not gonna be able to finish, so you might as well rotate and get something out of this. And they did get the top turret.
All right, so what does Phoenix do right now? Like, what do you think that they can do to try and return this? We are getting the fight, just a quick replay. You see Ahri is on the outskirts, and Jarvan keeps going in. There is the ultimate on the Kayle. Kayle kind of ran in and kind of ended just a little bit. She probably could have sat on the outskirts more, but you still have Sin and Long Black Cat, you know, just doing so much damage. And then, you know, at the end of this fight, I really do like this interaction between Sim and between Sim, Ronin, and Link here. He gets the kill onto the Orianna after the stopwatch, uses her own Zhonya's Hourglass, and then gets one last kill onto the Kaisa and gets a trade.
So unfortunately, we don't have the timers for Dragon and Baron. So I'm not sure when those are going to be coming up, but I think to answer your question, you know, Phoenix just needs, like I said, to play a little bit safer. They don't need to look for those engages. So right now it's tough for them because they have to defend their base and also eventually go and contest, you know, also we can see Baron's coming up in a minute. Yeah. But I would say that they need to not initiate. I think that's sort of the key for them.
I think it's kind of scary though, because I mean, like, I do agree with you. Maybe initiating isn't the biggest thing. They need to wait for these counter initiations. But C4W with Kayle's almost level 16 right now. Her ult's going to be even stronger. And yeah, they're not going to initiate, but I don't even think they can at this point because of the threat of like the Ahri charm, the threat of like just all the peel that C4W has. So that's hard. Like I agree, but like it seems just very scary. It's looking for that Orianna ultimate, but if she doesn't get the ultimate, then I think Phoenix just loses, and you see we might get a death bush here from C4W. They're
hanging in that bush, but Phoenix isn't interested in moving towards Baron just yet. They're trying to push out that mid lane, which is smart, you know, because they know that they're going to have to go contest that Baron, so they're trying to get rid of the
we get an engage onto the Rek'Sai here. You see that Braum is in the back line, and Kaisa gets the Zhonya's instantly. Sim is in the back just chilling too, uses his Zhonya's, and there's just so much happening right now, and Long Black Cat gets taken down. The only person up is the Jarvan and the Ahri. Ahri isn't going to be able to do that much. That was just kind of a sloppy play. Like
it was a sloppy play. This is exactly what they need to be doing. They didn't go looking for a fight. They weren't moving towards Baron. They were just saying, we're going to clear out these super minions because we know we have to leave this lane a little bit. So we need to clear it out. And they were just doing their own thing, waited for CA4W to engage on them and to get sloppy, maybe make a mistake, and then capitalize on it.
Yeah, and Sim he doesn't have anything right now. They agree with the 10 on the Sim. This could be the end of the game. We have 10 seconds onto the Nautilus. All they have to do is clear this wave and just chunk down these turrets. They might come back in time, but I don't know CA4W. If these turrets go down fast enough, and they are, I think they could just end here.
Yeah, absolutely. And Nautilus can only do so much by himself, so I don't think this is going to be enough for CA4W.
That's it.
First game of the Grand Finals goes over to